Hello, thank you for joining us here on The Handshake with me, Lynn. And as usual, I have my interesting guest, Paul Busharizi, with whom we look at various issues in our economy, in generally in your pocket. Some of these things that you don't usually look at exactly, but they come your way. Now, before I go into our topic for the day, Paul, how far with the budget? It is just next month. Well, today
yes, well,
is
the deadline for it being passed by the House is the end of this month. That's March 31st, is it?
Okay.
May 31st.
Yes.
And I just see a lot of back and forth movement, but I think we'll beat the deadline.
Yesterday, in the news, the Ministry of Health officials were actually kicked out of the budget committee over inaccuracies in their budget proposals and stuff.
No, it's amazing. These guys have been working on this process since August or thereabouts. You know, why are you having this kind of thing? And I know people in the Ministry of Health are not stupid people, so it's not stupidity. I don't think it's incompetence. We've got to wonder what it's about.
They actually said it was some technical issues with the Ministry of Finance process and stuff. The things I can't really understand.
Yeah, crazy.
Talking of officials and MPs and those things, and not recently, they asked for new allowances totaling to 330 billion shillings. Billion shillings. Yeah, you heard right. Paul, I am baffled.
At least you're baffled. Some of us are disgusted. I mean, you know, we really have a problem in this country, and you know, if you want work to be done, if you want how do you call it, productive work to be done, you know, you can be doing work and you're not doing anything.
True.
Yes, there. You have to shift the incentives in that society towards the productive work.
Okay.
So if, let's say, for example, I'm a farmer. So if you want me to produce a lot of stuff, you've got to pay me. And hopefully you pay me well, I'll work more. But when these MPs, yappers, just turn up in the house, talk nothing. Some of them don't even talk, even make it worse.
They're not a year old yet.
Yes, and you're pushing up 330 billion. The other day I saw a budget for Mulago. Mulago needed 14 billion, I think it needed 14 billion shillings to, was it 100 billion shillings to treat all its outpatients throughout the year,
yes.
who came to about 140,000 or some number like that. So you're going to take Mulago's outpatient budget for 3 years to pay these yappers. I mean, it's just incredible. It is absolutely incredible.
We elected them, if you remember.
Yes, and maybe we deserve the leaders we get. We get the leaders we deserve.
True.
We're all yappers.
You know what is actually disturbing me is that we voted them into office just last year. Just last year. We have 4 more years ahead.
And they're already
and this is
pushing the envelope.
No. Yes, the other time they were asking for cars, they were asking for this, they were asking for that. Next, we don't know what they want.
You know, that is, and it's already beginning to happen. Can you imagine a society which has more politicians than active workers? I mean, politicians don't work. They just talk. So the incentive, you know, every kid growing up is going to start thinking, I need to become a politician, which is not useful to the society. First of all, we have too many MPs. That house should be down to like 100 guys. We have 300 and coming to 350. I mean, we are setting a very poor precedent when the incentives, when the heroes or the people who earn the money in this country are politicians. It is terrible. Probably nowhere in the productive economy of the world is it that politicians are the ones who are looked up to. So
what does this mean for me, the taxpayer?
No, of course, it's problematic. As I said earlier, this money, there's what they call opportunity cost in economics. That if you use money to do one thing, you are foregoing something else.
Something else, yes.
So in paying these people,
yes,
we are foregoing better services at the health services. We're foregoing better education services. We're foregoing better roads, foregoing better security. We probably, you know, 330 billion, you know, funneled to the right security agencies would put an end to all this violence and crime wave we're suffering now. That's what it's saying.
So what should we do?
That's a $1 million question. I mean, it's just $1 million question. First of all, as I was saying, the house, that house is too big. The problem is, as they say, you cannot have the monkeys voting on the fate of the forest. If you're going to reduce the size of that house, it's parliamentarians who have to vote on it. So, you know, it's never going to happen.
Wow.
Crazy.
Those are our leaders, and we elected
Your
them.
leaders.
What does that mean? You're not Ugandan?
They're not my leaders, those ones.
Wow, there we go. Our MPs want more money in allowances, and here we are grappling with a lot of issues. But they're our leaders. Our leaders. No, we elected them, actually, and never mind. We actually elected them, and we need them in a way on, yes. But I don't know, where are they going with all this? How are they leaving us? I wonder. Are they going to share this with us in a way? Those are some of the questions I'd be asking myself all the time, but I never get the answer. Trust me, 2021, I'm going for that money too. So, well, thank you for joining us here on The Handshake. Thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.